another episode of Federico Talks Watches. As you can see, it's another double whammy. Even though this time, my video still comes out first.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I was thinking it was going to be reversed this time.
Right, no.
Anyway, good to have you around, man.
Thank you, man. It's always a pleasure.
Now, I figured we should do a wristwatch check because we're here, even though it's going to be exactly
the same, right?
I'm wearing the Orient Ray Raven 2.
Something like that.
This is not my watch. This was lent to me by Tristano here, just because I've never had anything DLC. So I wanted to see
It looks so good on you.
what it was like. You know what? I'm going to review this with your permission.
Of course.
But I love the look. I do love the look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I've never experienced anything just like this before.
Cool. Oh, and I'm wearing the Flighty, my famous Seiko Flightmaster, little aviation piece, domed crystal, quartz.
Something fun, yeah. It looks
fun,
good, man.
Robust. I adore it.
I know I said it in your video as well, but that yellow hand.
Yeah, the yellow hand and the fact that even though it is a quartz, it does have a sweep to it. It does add a little bit of something to it, you know.
I actually have been liking the action to quartz chronographs lately.
Right,
I think because I don't really own any and I haven't. I find it kind of charming because I haven't.
Yeah, that's charming. That's exactly the word I think to describe it. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I figured today we would get off the subject of watches. Don't unsubscribe. But just to change it up a little bit. And I figured we'd talk about why YouTube. Why did we get started? What do we think? Right. You know, what's the experience like? I mean, you've been doing it for 2 years
now. Yeah.
I'm on my 3rd month.
Yeah.
So I
You're
figured
doing a lot better than it took me ages to get started.
Yeah, but I'm on your channel all the time. You know, you didn't really.
No, I was on my own at the beginning, and I was just I was doing it as a hobby. I didn't take it seriously at all.
So I mean, I figured we could tell the audience what it's like.
Yeah,
the good, the bad, the ugly.
The good, the bad. Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. I mean, how are you finding it?
I love it, and I hate it.
Right.
Mostly love it.
Good.
I love that I met now who I consider to be one of my very good friends. You know, I met you through YouTube.
I'm honored to know.
I watched you for a very long time before meeting you, which is kind of weird.
That is kind of a little bit weird.
But, you know, I don't know anything about videos, so I had to learn how to edit, how to shoot. I'm still not very good at it.
Yeah, I'm still learning all the time. I don't know. You teach yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I enjoy that part. I love the comments. I love reading people's comments. Can't believe there's 6,000 people subscribed to watch me.
Yeah,
who am I?
They should. You got a very unique insight into the industry. Nobody else is like that, I don't think.
So I mean, that's the good. Yeah. There's a couple of bad things. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, let's hear it.
So for example, I love the comments. But every so often, you get a troll, right?
Yeah, but that's part of the game. That's how part of the game.
That's part of the game. But I never thought that I could read 1,000 great comments, and they generally are, and I'd feel great. But one comment is enough to kind of make you think. At least for me,
I must admit, it was like that in the beginning for me. But you learn very, very quickly that it doesn't mean anything. These people they're it's just meaningless. It's not really real.
Yeah,
if you met them, they wouldn't say it to your face.
I guess that's true. Yeah. I mean, I'm just doing it to talk watches. I'm not saying comments that disagree. That's perfectly fine. But every so often, you get one hurtful one. And it's just why would you do that?
I know. Well, there's a lot of hurt people out there, man.
Fair enough. I mean, it's not going to make me stop, but it makes you think.
Yeah, I just focus on the good comments and all the fantastic. I mean, thousands of really amazing people that I've come to know online. Oh, you of course, who I also consider a good friend now.
Thank you.
I just focus always on the positive, and you can't go wrong. You know.
And then there's the one last thing, which is it can be considered kind of bad. I know you make fun of me for it in my personal life.
I know what this is. Yeah.
I'm a businessman. First and foremost, I work. I work in the watch industry, but I'm a sales guy.
Yeah.
So I'm obsessed with analytics.
Analytics, yeah.
You know, if a video doesn't do well, I want to know why. I obsess over it. I study it. It's a little bit of like almost megalomania. You know, I'm not in this for the money, but if people don't like something,
you want to know why.
I need to know why.
Yeah, I understand.
And if a video gets 6,000 views, I'm great. But if the next video gets 5,999, why didn't it get more than 6,000?
Wow. Yeah, I got to admit, I have the polar opposite to you on that front. I deliberately don't look at analytics. I try and not look at the views. I try and just keep it. It sounds cheesy, but I just focus on the content. I know
content is king. As you say, yeah.
And some of the videos I do, like for example, I reviewed the Laguiole French knife and the Mont Blanc. It's just a rollerball. No, was it a rollerball?
Yeah, it was a rollerball.
It was a rollerball. And yeah, I know it's not going to do amazingly, but I wanted to talk about the knife because it was special to me, and somebody lent in the beautiful pen, so I had to talk about it. And
fair enough.
You know, but at the same time, now I'm doing this. I don't want to use the word professionally because I don't consider myself professional whatsoever.
It's also kind of scary.
It's
right?
terrifying. I think I should pay more attention to what the people out there want. So I think we got to balance.
It's true.
Because we're both at two extremes.
You know, because I'm not doing this professionally, but it's my nature. I mean, my whole job is to analyze numbers.
Yeah.
And of course, I talk about what I want to talk about. I don't talk about what I think is going to rate well. I talk about what I enjoy.
Yeah.
But I've been groomed to analyze, and it's kind of creeped its way into my YouTube.
Yeah, I went to art school. I don't know anything about that.
Whereas this is the most artistic thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I've never expressed. It's my outlet, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I come from a music background, and it's YouTube in comparison to that, and dealing with people in the music industry, YouTube is a piece of cake. Trust me.
I can tell you another thing.
Yeah.
I got a ton of comments. Federico, how did you get in the watch industry?
Right.
Guys, it's just like any other job. If your passion is watches, there's nothing romantic about the watch industry.
Yeah, there's nothing romantic about the music industry. It's the least romantic thing.
If anything, it's made me hate watches a little. Like I would like watches a little more. If
I can understand. I can't listen to contemporary music anymore. I start analyzing it.
Oh my God!
Until I'm going to. I can only listen to blues and classical music and some jazz now because I forget. I part of my brain is still thinking about the instrumentation and the mixing and all the rest of it, but that analytical side of me, like a bit like you know.
Yeah, it kind of turns on.
And I can't enjoy it for what it is, the music. And I think the same with your watches, it removes some of the magic.
Yeah.
When you see the goings on behind the curtain.
Yeah.
The mechanics of the actual industry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I guess what made me start YouTube is this is very similar to my day job. I mean, my day job involves numbers and spreadsheets, but when I go to a store and I train the salespeople or I talk about a new watch that comes out, it's very similar to shooting an episode, except instead of the camera, I've got a group of people. So for me, I'm like, listen,
you might as well do it.
I might as well do it. Why not? This is the part of my job I enjoy the most, so why not do it as a hobby as well?
Yeah. So when did you start watching YouTube?
I'm a little bit of an addict. I mean, I'm younger than you are. I'm in my mid to late 20s, so I'm a millennial, I guess. Right. So YouTube's always been part of my routine. And yeah, I mean, listen, now they're popping up all over the place, including myself, but there weren't that many watch channels, if any. I mean, maybe two or three.
Yeah, that's actually part of that's why I got started. There wasn't really that much talking about more kind of. I just wanted to review the Aquis. Nobody was talking about
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you bought a watch, you liked it.
I bought, around about the same time, I had the Submariner, I had a couple of other Rolexes at the time, and then I suddenly bought the Oris Aquis. And it just blew it really impressed me that I could spend around about $1,000 and get something that was original, that was fun, and nobody was talking about it. So I decided to do a video, and then one video, and then two, and then.
You know what's funny though?
Yeah.
Because of you.
Yeah.
People love the Oris Aquas. Yeah. I think it's like one of the most reviewed watches on YouTube. Everybody's first video, or that's an exaggeration. A lot of people's first video is a review of the Oris Aquas now.
Of the Aquas, yeah.
And that's because it's a great watch.
It is. It is a great watch, and I'm glad it's getting out there because it should be appreciated. You know, and I think people don't have to spend thousands to get a really good watch. I mean, you got the Orient there, and that's barely over $200.
I'm flipped around because I started with the tens of thousands, and now I'm discovering this.
Yeah. But that's the wonderful thing about watches is that we can appreciate. You know, this is one of my most affordable timepieces, but I get so much fun. And I really genuinely mean this, that I get as much fun as I do from this than my really expensive timepieces.
Like my SKX, right?
Yeah.
I love my SKX.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure what everybody really wants to know is the ugly. So.
Oh, the ugly.
So what?
Wait, so we did the good, did we?
No, we didn't do the good. We did how you started.
Okay.
We're gonna do the good in a minute.
Well, the good is that we.
We met. That's a good thing.
And we met a lot of people out there.
Absolutely. I have a ton of new people asking me questions every day. I love answering. I love helping.
Yeah. It's getting a bit out of hand, though, isn't it? We need secretaries.
I mean, I don't know about you. I'm a much smaller channel than you, but I must get 15 emails a day.
Yeah, easily.
You know, just asking
yeah.
things that, to be honest with you, I don't have the answer to some of them, you know.
Yeah, I just don't have time. It's like to edit, to promote, to shoot, to do normal life stuff.
You're married?
I'm married. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. It's a lot of work. People don't really understand that. I think that's probably the ugly side of it. If we're going to talk about the ugly side, is that it is a phenomenal amount of work. It's not just.
Well, it's more work than a normal job.
Definitely, yeah, and a lot more responsibility because you are in charge of your own thing. So
that's kind of scary too.
Yeah, if you make a mistake. And I've made mistakes. You're responsible, and you've got to own up. I mean, I've even apologized in videos to people that are saying the wrong thing. You know, so.
Well, that's the truth because I've made a couple of mistakes.
Yeah.
Nothing serious. I've messed up a reference number here or there.
Oh,
People jump all over that.
I do that in every video. I make a mistake in every. You know, that's another thing you just have to let go. You know, because. Also, because I'm dyslexic, I jumble words up. I can't even spell Seiko sometimes, and you're seeing some of my jewels.
You misspelled my name in one of your videos.
I know, and it's terrible. It's not. It's not my. Well, it is my fault, but anyway.
It's just something you have to work.
Yeah, I have to make a real effort to double check everything, triple check everything. I still make mistakes, but what I have learned is not to dwell on it and just to let it go and say, mistakes happen.
So you're saying that the bad part is the public scrutiny, essentially. You know, being called out on every little thing.
But at the beginning it just drove me mad. But now it's not that I don't care in the sense I've let it go. I realize there is no perfection in life. You know, even Wagner's greatest operas, I'm sure he's up there still regretting certain notes and there's no such thing as perfection. And also actually when somebody comments they're interacting, and I've learned that keep the mistakes in there. You know?
No, I listen, I think it's keeping it honest. And I have to be honest with you, I don't think I've actually admitted this to you before, but I think one of my new goals, professional goals, is I'd love to be able to do this full time. I'd love to be able to be big enough.
You should. I think you should. I think if anybody in the whole watch, I don't want to say community because it's not really a community, but anybody that talks about watches on YouTube, I think you are probably the one that deserves to be because of your insight.
That means a lot. Thank you, buddy.
No, I genuinely mean that because I think you have an insight that not very many people. I come at it from an amateur perspective where I just love it so much that I'm on a journey.
You can tell.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of passion in your videos, and that's kind of why I stuck around as a subscriber.
Right.
Because even though, let's say you're reviewing, I don't know, you're reviewing watch A. Let's pretend it's a Reverso.
Okay.
And I know that watch.
You see, I'm getting excited.
And let's say I know that watch extremely well.
Yeah.
I'll still watch the video.
Right.
Because, well, what does he think?
Yeah.
You know, that's what kept me coming back, at least.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
actually, now I used to watch every single one. Now I don't watch every single one of your videos because I have access.
Right.
I just call
the
you.
inner circle. Right?
You know, so now it's actually tougher to watch YouTube because I just get the information from you directly.
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna.
Yeah,
shoot,
it's true.
That's interesting. Yeah. Cool.
Well, anyway, I hope you guys found that interesting. It's a little bit of an insight into me and TGV's perspective.
Great idea.
Let me know if you guys want us to keep occasionally doing off-the-cuff, non-watch videos. I think, you might find that entertaining. Yeah. And thank you for sticking around for Federico Talks Watches. Please do not forget to subscribe.
I need the help.
Tristano. He needs the help. He's gone pro. I'll leave a link in the description below. He needs to feed his family.
Yeah.
And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it.
Definitely do that.
Also, I just joined Instagram. I'll also leave a link to that below. And guys, thank you for sticking around for Federico Talks Watches. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.
Ciao.